Well, my name is Tony Pringle. I'm the Managing Director for Bureau van Dijik for UK and Ireland. Our company specialises in the provision of business information, primarily company data and private company data around the globe. We are a primarily internet-based service provider, and we are all about trying to help people with their decision-making processes and really make their sales teams more efficient. One of the key things I've been able to be involved with over my 18 years at Bureau van Dijik, and certainly in terms of the development of the products, is the help from moving information from simple CD-ROM platforms to internet-based services, and then certainly within the last 10 years to services where really we're reaching out to end users in a much more practical manner. So people in the B2B space have access to a much greater range of search technology and ease of use. So the Mint product range, which we work very hard on here in the UK, has become very important to me and to the business here from a B2B marketing perspective. Well, the most interesting thing in B2B marketing probably depends a little bit on who you are and the size of the company you work for. I think everybody's aware of the concept of big data now, and it's making a bit of an impact in the press, and people are giving it a lot of mileage. From a company point of view, I think we're very interested to see how people bring large quantities of structured data that, for example, we would hold, and bring that together with the sort of more informal, unstructured data that people are going to be sort of researching across the internet to bring into that space. So that'll be interesting to see what intelligence drives that brings. And then I think more generically for the SME market, I think it's really, everything being cyclical, it's this move back from maybe a more broad brush approach to B2B marketing and coming back to a more targeted approach where segmenting the market and understanding who you're going to be trying to speak to is becoming more important again. In my experience, most B2B marketeers are quite creative people and are capable of doing quite a lot of added value work, and so I think one of the things that they can do is get rid of some of the more mundane tasks. I think by taking the time to really understand how a company can use things like company information and bring that into the sales and marketing process more efficiently, they can free up time to concentrate on the messaging and make sure they are going to speak to the right people. I still think for a lot of companies, that really has to do with integration. I think it's more to do with bringing information sources together, certainly in our world. I think people still waste a lot of time pulling data from different places, and quite often are trying to make decisions about who they may want to work with or how they best keep clients happy, without really having the full picture. We have a number of things to achieve every time we attend a conference. I think the reality is we're looking to engage with people we can't see on a regular basis. We have a lot of things to talk about with regards to the B2B offering. We've invested a lot in the Mint product this year. We want to try and make it more accessible to more companies, and bring integration of external sources of information into more companies. When I'm speaking at the show, I'm going to be one of those back to basics guys. I'm a great believer in getting the fundamentals right, and as I've sort of mentioned, I really think that it's important for people to understand data well, if they're going to be able to concentrate on some of the more sophisticated things that they would need to in the B2B approach. And so I want to remind people of where all this information that they have access to comes from, and then talk a bit about how people could access that information locally in a way which brings it into their current workflow processes, and look at options for things like integration, which really will enable their sales teams to be a bit more effective.